Kia ora tātou. Just a little bit of an update on Blood Rage. So, real quick, this is a project that I've been challenged with. I'm really not enjoying it. Something about these minis being so small, which I think I have kind of realized that I've got this luxury of dealing with these really big miniatures, but these kind of ones here are really small comparatively to, you know, the big guys, which I haven't done yet. But I thought I'll kind of show you some different levels of painting that I've done, noticing that I'm still a learner, and so I've done a mixture of approaches. Some of them have just been through speed paint, some of them have been just acrylics, and a lot of them are actually a mixture of speed paints and acrylics. This clan here, which is the Serpent clan, I think, is the first time that I used a color wheel to kind of figure out the colors, because what I did notice, I'll probably show you in the next one, is I was so focused on doing the colors of the bases as the primary color that I didn't really think through other color schemes as well. So here I think I went through it was like a tetrad, I think it's called, a tetrad of whatever colors those are. Sorry, I did these quite a while ago and I can't quite remember it. I did start with acrylic brush, then a dry brush over the top, and then I actually applied a speed paint over the top of it again as a tint, particularly around these that kind of ochre yellow color that you see there. Pretty happy. For one of them I did just go straight speed paints, which is this lady here, and as you can see it's a little bit duller. So yeah, although the yellow is a little bit more vibrant, but yeah, so you can see a direct difference between the two. I prefer the acrylic one personally myself. All right. By the way, I bought the insert, the folder space insert for Blood Rage. I think it's quite good. Definitely better than the Blood Rage. The Rising Sun insert. The Rising Sun insert is confusing. All right, these guys are the Bear Clan. So the Bear Clan is when I just thought, you know what, I am just going to do these in the color of the bases, and I felt kind of boring and uninspired at the end. I did also try to do eyes, and this is where I decided, you know what, never mind these eyes, they look stupid, but I'll tell you the technique that I did anyway. I applied a black first for the whole kind of eye socket thing, and then did dots of a off-white on each of the side to make the pupil kind of show up. And I liked that process. The reason I like that process is it gives you opportunities to fix failures. So there's all these failure points that could happen, they do happen, and you can keep going back and just touching it up, and I felt that was kind of nice. But because these things are so small, these guys just look like they're on meth or something with these big giant bloody eyes. That was primarily, I'm pretty sure, yeah, mostly acrylics, dry brushes. I feel like I haven't done very well on those ones like that. And then the next two are the Raven clan, and I believe I did actually two approaches on these guys, and I kind of went backwards as well, so give me a second. So firstly I started with speed paints, and then realized I didn't like the blue, so went over it with a kind of a wolf grey acrylic to kind of even out the colors a little bit. That's what happened with this chap over here. it's Raven, so black, and this was a speed paint black, and I use a pallid bone for the hair, which is a very kind of a aged kind of blonde, and you can see I reused it on the bone piece over there. Bit of bronze highlights on the silver piece just to mix it up a little bit, give a little bit of extra color. And then I started with a speed paint of red for the sword hilts, or the sheaths, whatever you want to call them, and then went over it with an acrylic red as well. Now, for these chaps, I did the opposite. I just went straight. I actually went, what did I do? I think let's just say these went straight speed paints, and this is like, after doing so many miniatures, you kind of get tired of it, so you just go hard. So this is a little bit of a level of phone in, I guess you'd call it, but it is reasonably okay. And what I think, first off, it's better than grey. Secondly, the other part is, at any time I can go back and touch it up, and I've got a kind of a base color here, but as I can see right now, like, I've missed bits. This is just kind of me rushing it. And then this chap, again, was a mixture of speed paints and acrylics. Started with speed paints, touched it with acrylics again, just to get those colors right. And yeah, I think I did a little bit of an experiment with the tried to make some kind of wolf grey on the shield, just kind of show up as like it's scraped off kind of thing, but it didn't quite work out. Now let's tell you about Uber phoning in, which I've just done. So we have 7 minutes already, and I feel like I apologize. So this is just getting into it and getting it done real quick, and I think this took me about an hour to do all of these. I wouldn't even consider these, I consider these like total phone in. Number one, we got Valkyrie here, all speed paints. I'm actually not too fussed about this one. Like, I'm not gutted about this one. This guy, super. What is this guy? The Dark Elf. All speed paints, speed paint black, and then while I was doing the basing, I just decided to color black over this guy again, because I'm an idiot. This guy, no idea what I was doing with this one. What is he? He is a dwarf. The Witch, all speed paints, pretty much phone in. And then the undead kind of guy, I have no idea what I was going on with this red. Like, I thought, what if I just heavily dose it with speed paints and see how it comes up, like super coffee stained. But it does have a kind of interesting effect that I thought. This was actually a mixture of Slaughter Red and Darkwood Brown speed paints, just to see what it come out. And I think I went a little bit too heavy on the red. I was actually wanting a little bit more brown, but I might go over with another brown later. So I have a whole bunch that I got to do next. Let me just come over here. See, I got a little bit of beer in the background that I just finished. I've got the Mystics of Midgard, the 5-player expansion, and then the big chaps over here. Which is interesting because I've actually backed the Kickstarter to get all of the characters. So the Mystics of Midgard and the 5-player expansion I'm probably going to end up selling. So I'm wondering about if I sold it just primed black. I don't know, because I really want to get into these chaps. Anyway, that's what happens when you're doing batch painting and you kind of get tired of doing things after a while. But that's about it. That is my update of painting projects and getting to a point where I'm really struggling with the painting project. Anyway, that's me. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.